Scotland, a land where the mist of time seems to linger, cloaking its rugged landscapes in mystery and magic. From the windswept highlands to the brooding lochs, every glen and castle seem to whisper stories of ancient legends, creatures, and haunting tales that will send shivers down your spine. Yeah, blah blah blah. Shut up, Alan. Happy Halloween. Let's have some fun and take a wee look at some of the strange and bizarre tales linked to our favourite place, Loch Ness. Some theories propose that Nessie is an extraterrestrial creature or a visitor from another planet. You'll discover that some individuals believe that this particular visitor got lost and is now stranded in the loch after exploring our little planet. All over the world, people claim that there's secret and hidden alien spacecraft deep below the surface. Loch Ness is certainly big, dark, and deep enough to hide something extraordinary. But what do you guys think? Time travel. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure what this one's all about, but the theory suggests that Nessie is an entity from the future or the past, depending on how you look at it. This belief completely escapes me, so please feel free to explain this one to me. The Kelpie. Often described as a large dark-coloured horse with red or orange eyes. These spirits are usually associated with deep, dangerous lochs and rivers all across Scotland and the Great Glen. To this very day, it's widely known in our Scottish Highlands that parents still warn their children to stay clear of the deep water in case the Great Kelpie appears. There is a reason why they're mischievous and calculated. In legend, the Kelpie would appear as a tame and beautiful horse, inciting people to ride on its back. Once mounted, the unfortunate poor soul would magically become bound to the Kelpie, which would then plunge into the deep water, dragging the rider to a watery grave. That's pretty brutal. Multi-dimensional. For me personally, this is just as bizarre as the time traveller. Yet again, this strange theory suggests that Nessie is a creature or being from another dimension or a hidden realm and able to slip between realities and only occasionally be visible to humans. Is there a multiverse linked to Loch Ness? Well, who knows? The Witch's Stone. In local mythology, we had two witches who once lived on the opposite shoreline from one another, where they fought and argued on a daily basis. One day, that arguing became violent when the witches started throwing rocks at one another. And in those moments, they destroyed certain areas around the loch. One massive stone missed its target, and you can actually see that very same stone if you take a wee visit to the Clansman Hotel and take a walk to the shoreline. In 565 AD, St. Columba passed through Glenmoriston when he was travelling from Iona to Inverness. The locals within the glen believed that their well was poisonous and possessed by evil spirits. But fear not, good old Columba was on the case, and he blessed the local well. After his holy intervention, the water became pure, and he even baptised newly converted Christians using that very same well. Following his departure from Glenmoriston, it was said that the water in the well suddenly turned magical with healing powers. 535 years after Columba, and according to legend, a great nobleman gained secret control over a coven of witches and forced them to construct Urquhart Castle. It would be most amusing to discover if the nobleman forced our previous two witches to complete restorative work together and to put those skills of throwing rocks to better use. Does this mean that Urquhart Castle is a real and genuine magical castle built by powers lost in time? Speaking of magic, let's explore one of the most famous names linked to the Loch Ness legacy, Aleister Crowley. In 1899, he purchased Boleskine House on the southern shoreline of Loch Ness. He specifically chose this location for the isolation and the architectural suitability for his occult rituals such as the Abramelin. Crowley attempted to summon supernatural entities, and the locals believe that this may have stirred dark and strange energies within the area. Crowley's rituals reportedly unleashed chaotic forces. A housemaid fled in terror, a workman went mad, and a local butcher died under eerie circumstances after being cursed by Crowley and other demonic names. Later in life, he would eventually be known as the wickedest man in the world. Some of these rituals performed by Crowley could last for days, even months upon end. It was widely rumoured that Crowley failed to complete several different rituals, and therefore he was unable to close the supernatural gateway. It is possible that a dark entity made its way from Boleskine House and found a new home in the dark, deep waters of Loch Ness. Happy Halloween.